Lord Rat Talks. However the fuck you say your name. Thanks for 2 months, bro.
Hi, Mcbaze.
Yow. All right. So,
What's up?
Mr. Caleb King, I've heard through your boy here. I heard through Mr. Jin Choi that we're having some problems.
Dude, I need help.
That's what I'm here for.
I need help, man.
What do you need help with?
Listen. Okay. Let me give you just a quick history.
Yeah? Tell me everything.
All right. So, I peak D3 a season ago or something like that, and then I stopped during the preseason. I wasn't trying as hard, and then the game, that's when I started picking up poker, and I wasn't taking the game as seriously. But I start trying to play the game, and then I am not doing as good. I lose 6 P1 promos in a row, and mental boom is so far. I'm stuck, man. I need your saviorness. I need help, Mcbaze.
I'll help you. I got you. I'll give you everything you need to know. But so I just want to make sure I'm reading this right.
Oh no.
So did I read that you were playing Kazakh support?
No. I would never, man. Come on.
Okay. So to make sure we're okay.
But I was playing Kazakh. That's when I peaked. I was just playing Shaco and Kazakh's jungle, but I started playing Shaco support, and it just makes me feel tingly inside, and I love playing it. So I was just nonstop playing Shaco support this season, and I was actually doing pretty nasty when I started, but I don't know what changed, and I'm sad, man.
Okay. So first thing right off the bat, we're gonna cut the whole tingly inside. That expression that's gone right off the bat. Let's just get rid of that. Second thing. So, since we're going to be VOD reviewing here, is Shaco support like what you want to main? That's exactly what you...
Yes. Okay. I wanted to learn 3 supports, just to have, but I wanted to play Shaco support and main Shaco support, and then play Sona, and then maybe Renata or Thresh. But I'm dog shit with both of them too. I need some more on that. But first, I want to learn everything I can about Shaco support. He's my favorite guy. Makes me feel like main character Aaron Yeager syndrome.
Okay, so there's a... God damn it. Okay, so there's a process here. Now, because you're playing something that's very niche, something that is not played at high elo, at all, really, except for, I don't even know who plays it nowadays. So,
Pinkhorn?
So, he might still play. Yeah, sure. So, because it's something that's very off meta, my job here isn't going to be to teach you Shaco support. That is going to be... I can teach you Shaco support by using other people's VODs, to tell you why they're doing what they're doing. But
Absolutely. That's
not going to take you as far as me teaching you how to support, the macro behind support and all that stuff, the fundamentals to support. So, you can kind of choose which one you want to do. I can pull up a high-elo Shaco VOD and explain to you why they do what they do, and that will teach you more on the Shaco side of things, or we can pull up in one of your games, and I just tell you all the fundamentals that you messed up as just when it comes to support on any champ.
Yeah, I would rather take the second option because...
Good.
Yeah.
That's the good option.
Yeah.
So what game are we going to look at?
The most recent game I played is the one that I wanted to look at. I sent you what's it called? The Raffle?
Mm-hmm. I can just pull it up right here.
I did as I was instructed. I put the Raffle, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, you can pull it up whenever. But yeah, the game that I recently just played, it was pretty close. Felt like it was winnable. And yeah, I feel like it was something I could.
This one right here. Wait,
Yeah.
let me share a screen.
If I'm 4-5 in it, that's the game
Okay.
I'm talking about.
Yeah. All right. Let's pull this up then. All right. So first thing I want to ask you, like I said, since I don't have the Shaco support one-trick knowledge,
Okay.
is the first strike a standard thing? Because Comet is what I would
So
assume would be much better.
yeah. So it's different. Pink Ward will go. This is just the highest ranked guy that plays Shaco support, like the one guy that plays Shaco support, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like some Korean weirdos, but so first strike is actually like it seems. That these are his 2 pages. He either goes glacial, which he doesn't go anymore because it's kind of grief, or he'll go first strike or comet. And comet's usually the standard. That's what I like learned Shaco support playing.
Yeah.
But then as soon as first strike comes out, like you get value of it or out of it whenever people walk into the boxes.
Yeah.
And like later during the game, but it's useless early. So like your lane trades with E or something like that, it doesn't really do anything. But you do get gold with it, and you do have okay damage. Like if you take half of the damage that you would have with Comet and you turned it into gold, that seems worth in some.
Well, so
like most aspects, you know.
This is the way you kind of want to look at it. It's like, so the most important part of the game is going to be laning phase. So if Comet being better for lane, that is like it depends really. So how strong would you say Shaco support is, like in lane?
Dog shit. Almost absolutely useless. But so I'll take it's just like to kind of wrap up the rune thing. I'll take first strike whenever I basically know for a fact I'm gonna lose the lane. So like to try and get value out of a rune differently.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally. Okay, so now we're going to, like I said, we're going to be focusing mainly on, support fundamentals here.
Okay, cool.
So right off the bat, you go and you put a box right here.
Right.
Now, here's the thing. The enemy team, or so the enemy bot lane, they're leashing. You know this. Unless they're like fucking cheesing one of these brushes, which doesn't really make sense. Especially with this guy here. So all you're not trying to push a wave really fast. You're here so much earlier than them that you're gonna have the push advantage. It's just you're getting it right now, just with the Kaisa autoing. You could auto the wave, stuff like that. Like one of these boxes could be really powerful just in this brush. That's where if you took the time to, I guess this is actually Shaco specific, not really support fundamental, but it's a mixture of both actually. So the Shaco specific one is like putting a box here because you don't need this extra minion damage right now. You're already here. Minion waves are really volatile. Like if you get the push advantage by just like slightly, like what you're gonna get right now, that can carry you far enough most of the time. So, like you'll keep it.
So I have a question about that, right?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
So the reason why I've been putting boxes right there was because like usually I won't get to hit the wave for free whenever they get back in the lane, right? So like while they're leashing, I can hit the wave right now and then we'll have push. But like whenever they get back, is that like that what I get from them leashing, is that substantial enough to carry me like into the second wave? Because I figured any kind of damage on the wave is what I needed to be getting.
Yeah, that's totally understandable.
If it was on casters or if it was anything. So that's why I put the first box there. Because usually nobody walks in the bush because they know that they're playing against Shaco support.
Yeah, no, that's totally understandable. And yeah, it will. So like that's what decides bot lane. Like in high elo, it just comes down to who leashes. Because that time where they are not here, you get the slight push advantage, and that's it. That will carry you over into the next wave and basically let you control the lane for the first 3 levels. So if you put a box in this brush, if this ever happens where they have to leash and you get an early head start in the lane like this, and you put a box here, that controls that entire brush like very well on its own. Like it's a ward, and if they walk in, it'll do damage. So that's like really strong, because brush control is a big part of bot lane.
Yeah. Okay, that makes total sense. Another follow-up question. What happens if these guys don't leash, and so I know I'm not going to be able to get to hit the wave, but should I put a box in the wave still, because then they'd have to auto either the box or the wave? Is that useful, or is that like not something I should be thinking about?
So if you can put a box like right here in front of the melees, and the box actually does some damage, That would totally be worth it. So it's going to come down to you judging how, like, if that box is actually going to pop based off where they're standing. Because a lot of the time, so what will happen is, I need to actually pull up the Epic pen here. God damn it. Oh my. Okay. So what will happen is, if they were here, and because this is very low elo, like, I have no clue how the Nami would position, but there's a very good chance she's not going to be positioned properly, meaning like she's not going to be in this brush bullying you, and Lucian's not going to be up here also like just looking to straight up bully you. They might just be here and here. If they're like that, there's a good chance you can put this box right here out of range slightly of both of them, and it pops and actually does some damage, especially if you just like slightly, if you just like walk at them a little bit. That might get them to walk away. But that's like a judgment call type thing. And this, I could learn more on exactly how, like, what Shaco support players do just by watching a VOD. I'll maybe pull it up depending on what we see here, and if we actually need the info. But basically, the main takeaways here: if you don't have to leash, you can get the push advantage without having to use a box like this, and you can use it for brush control. And don't be afraid to like hit the wave with just autos. Okay. So now at this point, as you can see here, because you guys, like, this is what I mean by the damage you did earlier will carry over easily. Look, you have 6, well, let's get rid of this one. So you have 5 minions to their 3 now. So even though you're weak level 1, you don't have to be all the way back here like this. You can walk up into this brush, and if Nami tries to hit you, like if she tries to walk up and hit you, one, she's going to outtrade herself, or she's just going to waste mana. And now, this is where... Yeah, so she's going to take damage from minions, but let's say she just pokes you, and she wins the trade. Thing is, the damage you take right now is not as important. Like, it's not bad for you to take a little bit of damage when you're the one pushing the wave, because you're going to have the level advantage for the first 3 levels minimum, since you're pushing. So... basically, the damage she does to you isn't going to stick, because you will get a recall timer. Like, you're not going to be killable, because you always have the level advantage for the first 3 levels, and you can take a recall after you crash the 3rd wave if you wanted. So it doesn't matter if you take a little bit of damage and you waste her mana and maybe put her in a spot where Kaisa can punish her or whatever. But point is, you don't need to be all the way back here. You can, because part of playing in low elo is putting yourself in a spot where the enemy might make a mistake because you're there, where they don't know what to do if you're there. So she has Sweeper on. If she saw your silhouette or whatever the fuck it's called, and she saw you were standing in this brush, she needs to make a choice. She might drop a ward here and try to trade with you. She might walk into the brush where she just straight up loses. She might back away. You need to make her make a decision, basically, because you have the minion advantage. So this isn't a free decision for her.
So if I lose, if they're not leasing, or if I lose a minion advantage or lose the first push, then that damage is significant, and then I would be staying back. But since I had the minion advantage right now, I should be making them freak out, like walking up and
it could just be simply just walking towards them. Just make them feel pressured, threatened, make them, know that you're not just going to sit back here and let them do whatever they want, because just stopping them from auto attacking constantly is a big deal right now, because you want to keep this minion advantage. So let's say you just use yourself as a fucking body right now. You have 2 summoner spells, so like you brought exhaust and ignite. So let's say you just walk in here right now and Kaisa walks up, especially like as these minions, let's say like Kaisa walks up and autos this, and then you walk in as this minion dies and this minion dies, and they just have this minion right here. You literally don't even have to do anything to them. Your minions will do the work for you. And if they go too far in, if they like try to actually go in and kill you, you have exhaust and ignite and heal from Kaisa. You're not killable. There's no chance. So that's what I mean by putting yourself in a spot where you could bait them into making a mistake, because they don't know what to do. They don't know how strong this wave is. They don't know if they can fight you right now. They're not keeping track that you have exhaust and ignite and heal. So when you get the push advantage like this, you want to use it. Like, make them have to make a choice.
Yes, sir.
Does all that make sense, though?
No, absolutely.
It's actually happening right now, exactly what I'm talking about. So, look at this Lucian. With this Lucian's walking up with Nami, like you can just walk up here. And let's say you walk up right now and they damage you. So, like we already said, it's okay. Like, you guys have 3 potions on Kaisa, 2 potions on you. So, you can walk up, use your body to take some damage, and then get all the minion aggro on him. Kaisa won't take damage if they're hitting you. If they hit Kaisa, you can walk up and you can try to auto attack. I mean, there's a good chance they like actually let you walk into melee range. But yeah, you need to make them respect you. So now
that's actually a huge point, because I'm just in my head assuming that I'm absolutely useless level 1. Like, I just have box, and that's all I'm thinking about is I have no abilities. I just have box. But yeah, my summoners in my body means a lot, because if they hit me, then they get me an aggro. That's huge, and I'm not even thinking about that at all.
Right, the minions are more important than anything in the early game. That's what dictates everything. So yeah, just be paying attention to the wave. So now here's a little bit of a problem, because you guys kind of just sat back and didn't do anything. Well, so it's mainly you, of course, because Kaisa can't just walk up alone. If you walk up, she probably will walk up. So if you walked up there like you're supposed to, the Lucian and Nami wouldn't be able to hit the wave as much as they did. They would either have to hit you or they'd have to back away. So because they hit the wave so much, they did a bunch of damage. Now there's only 3 minions left, where it could be a lot more than that. It could be like 5 minions. So this is something that's like kind of small, but actually kind of big at the same time. So basically, if you play properly at that level 1, you'd have a better situation here. This is still a fine situation. So at this point, like, Nami walked in and she used Sweeper right away. Like, you should go into this brush, or like you should put a box in the brush. You, again, just you being right here where they can't see you, especially if they don't drop a ward. If they can't see you, that is pressure. Like, Lucian isn't going to stand right here. He's going to then move to like over here. So then you could put a box right there and stand in there. If they phase check, you're just going to win. But basically, yeah, you guys, if like with the push advantage, you have to do something. You can't just kind of sit back here like this and let them do whatever they want. Now, it's not the worst situation if they do, so we'll see what happens here. Okay. Actually, let's talk about this. So what is this right here? What was the purpose behind this box?
So I'm going to be 100% honest.
Yeah.
I see Pink Ward do this box all the time.
Okay.
So I was trying to like ration it in my head and say that they're going to hit the wave more than I am right now, and it's going to slow push back that way. And if they try and do something cheeky, or because this will be like that box will be like behind my whole minion wave. So whenever they clear it, it either like, since we're in the middle of the lane and stuff starts to happen, and we both get level 2 at the same time, that box might be like a lot more useful in the middle of the lane right there than it would be in a bush if they walk past it and then I have no box, because the fear is like massive in a fight like that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, so yeah, this box can be useful if they try to chase you, in a fight over here, or if you get ganked. This will help you a little bit. The problem is that's not the situation right now. Situation is, you guys were winning level 1 because you didn't have to leash as long, because of your boxes, actually. So you should be more on the offensive here. If Pink Ward's doing a box like this, you need to make sure you understand why exactly he's doing it based off of the map state and all that stuff. You're against a Yi.
Going top side, and we won the push, so my box should be in the bot bush.
Offensively, this is a defensive box. Right. You want an offensive one. Control this space. And if you do it, Kaisa might do it too. We'll see what happens. So look, so you see how when you walk up, Kaisa walks up?
Yeah.
So that's why you need to lead the charge and not be afraid. I'm sure if you watch Pink Ward, because I've watched him before, he is not afraid to lose HP a lot of the time. He's very confident in being fucking one hit from death. It's pretty crazy. And I'm not telling you have to do that, but you need to be comfortable using your health as a resource, because you have plenty of sustain and you have exhaust. They can't fight you. So, okay. So like, this is okay. That's what we're looking for. All you have to do is do that way earlier. That exact thing from the start of this game. From the start of the lane right here. Look, 6 minions to 3. That is when you do this. Because that's going to start that process early on. Like, they're not going to be hitting any minions. They're going to be hitting you. So then they take minion damage. They don't kill any minions. You guys will, like, remember when we talked about, like, if you take damage right now, it's not a big deal. So the problem is you didn't decide to do this until here, and it was after you put a defensive box down instead of an offensive box. So if you had an offensive box, you don't even have to put it in the brush. Like, you could probably even put it behind him, and it would, like, they probably wouldn't even hit it in time in this elo. So, like, you could probably put it behind him, and if that goes off and he gets feared into you guys can just straight up kill them. But point is, you can see what happens here. Like, notice, it's okay if you take some of that damage. Kai'Sa gets some free damage onto them, and he can't actually keep chasing you or anything like that. Now, this is a time where junglers could potentially gank. Okay, you're getting ganked 100%. There's no fucking chance you're not. So this box might actually be, like, really useful. You shouldn't be killable anyway, even without this box. But
I wasn't placing this box to do that. Like, that was completely unintentional because I knew that you started bot side and that he was going to full clear towards top most of the time. So I actually had no idea that I was going to get ganked, and that's why I put the box down. That's 100% unintentional.
Okay. So now this scenario, yeah, you're definitely not. No one should die here. You and Kai'Sa both should not die. Who should you exhaust out of these three?
I should insta exhaust the Master Yi.
Okay. So insta, you mean when? Like right now?
Like, I should be walking up right now and exhausting him.
Okay. So let's see what happens.
I don't. Don't look. Mcbaze, no.
So you actually don't want to exhaust him right away because you're not in any danger. Actually, you're really not in any danger at all.
But isn't that where the main chunk of his damage is going to come from?
Well, the main chunk of his damage is going to come from him auto attacking with red. So you don't want to exhaust him until he, like, actually gets on top of your ADC. Like, what he should do is run up. So, like, I'll tell you when you should have exhausted him. Still don't need to exhaust yet. She doesn't even need to flash. So, like, you still wouldn't even have to exhaust at that point. But once he actually starts getting, like, once he's on top of her actually autoing, it's most of the time it's going to come after his Q. But if he doesn't use Q, he just walks up and autos with red, then that would be fine to exhaust. But
I mean, I thought I should just get the exhaust off before he Qs because I thought that was the main chunk of his damage. It's going to be the Q following up with, like, 2 autos.
Well, there's a very important reason why you don't want to exhaust too early. Is because they actually are, like, this is a misplay from them. They shouldn't be ganking like this. And a lot of the time, if you use your summoner, like, if you blow them too early, a jungler will see the exhaust and just walk away. But if you hold it a little bit when you're not really in danger, you can bait them in, and then they over push, not taking account your summoners, and then you turn and kill someone. I mean, look at this Nami. Your Kai'Sa could actually, like, fight this, but so exhausting here wouldn't be terrible or anything, but you just need to understand the concept of knowing when you're actually in danger and you, like, saving summoner spells, like, so they basically overextend and kill themselves is a very important thing in bot lane.
Oh, okay, I see.
Because, like, your Kai'Sa actually should just, like, turn an auto, and also you. So remember, when it comes to using your body, like, your passive, this is this is very, very useful. You could have killed Nami probably on your own, but you need to understand that, like, you're not in any danger. They're trying to gank you level 2, and if they're like she just flashed in right there, you could just ignore. You could exhaust the Yi while he's chasing Kai'Sa if you wanted, but you can kill her. And if you went on her right away here, and Kai'Sa sees that this Nami just flashed in and she's getting really low because you're hitting her, Kai'Sa will be hitting her. The Kai'Sa might actually, like, get the message here that you're gonna focus down, like, the Nami. That will give you guys level 2, and you guys will kill everybody.
So,
but
the only reason why I wasn't hitting the Nami was because I know that if I go on Nami and she's running away from Yi, most of the time Nami and Lucian are both going to be able to hit me, and Kai'Sa won't be hitting the Nami though, right?
Well, yeah, that's why it's, like, something where you need to. So, like I said, I could tell you were getting ganked from this point right here. So from right. So right now, this is just a trade. This was just a normal trade. Now you're getting. Oh wait, actually, it's still a trade. Now you're getting ganked for sure.
Yeah, when Nami walks past the melees.
Yeah, now you're getting ganked 100%. So you need to recognize that and immediately go into, that like your support, like you're not, it's not that you're support, but like you're another body. Your health is a resource.
Okay.
So when she flashed in like that, you could ignite her right away. That might trigger in Kaisa's brain that like, okay, let's kill Nami real quick.
Okay. And ping her.
Yeah, like ping Nami, go in, ignite her, because she just flashed in. She'll die before Yi can even get here.
Yeah.
And then this is a totally different scenario.
Use my body. Okay.
So yeah, you need to understand that just like using your body and like what that can actually do for you. Sadly, this goddamn sweeper, like look at that damage right there. Like look how little damage they do, because like I said, you guys aren't in any really any danger. Like look how much damage like his auto attack does to you. Watch. Okay, well this is gonna have exhaust, but you can see if you exhaust him, he does no damage to you. Nami doesn't do any damage to anybody. Lucian wasn't even there for it.
Yeah,
so
he's on the bottom side, yeah.
When Nami flashed in, that was a free kill. She is very squishy, 300 HP. So yeah, that could have been easily turned into a fight where you guys kill everybody.
Man, when you're right, you're right.
But yeah, does all that make sense so far?
Yeah, it does.
Because like that concept of you like using your body, notice it was like that's played multiple parts here. Level 1, it was an important thing that you didn't do, and then in the gank it was something you didn't do. So that's a concept that you really need to work into, or like really understand. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, fight her. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, this is a good try. You should always fight that because you need to learn how much damage you actually do. So let's look at this for a sec here. So this right here, this is why you guys died here. Why did you put that box right there?
I saw him walking up, and this is actually pretty bad because I know that Lucian's going to come from the bot side. So I think I should put the box further up, either towards the cannon more where I'm at, so that he can't, or in the bush slightly, so that he can't just like straight walk on us, because they both just hit level 2, and so we should just let them hit the wave, right?
Right. Well, yeah, you can just walk away.
Minion dies too, and then we get level 2.
Yeah, so you guys at level 2.
So put that box further back is.
Well, what about this? Right? Tell me how this sounds. What if you just didn't use it at all, and then Lucian flashes in here and you put the box right on top of him?
Well, it takes a long time. Like,
right. But so it takes a little time to activate, right? So if you put it down right here, now he has to choose. He's not
allowed to keep walking. Yeah.
Right. Because what your boxes do, they control space. That is like that's their actual usage. They control space. There's the zone control. That tool is really what AP Shaco is all about. That's your entire gimmick. So you need to understand that you don't always have to just place a box somewhere. You can understand that, okay, they're about to hit level 2. We're about to hit level 2. I'm not going to, because like the box you put down here was completely useless. It just didn't do anything.
Okay. Yeah.
So if there's no real reason to put a box somewhere, you don't have to. Because if you had it here, you guys easily win. Because he can't keep chasing. So, and if he does, the box is going to trigger. If he hits the box, that's time where he's just autoing the box. So Kaisa's going to live. You can see just putting that box on top of him puts him in a spot where he literally has to either stand there and get feared or walk away.
Dude, you had no idea how much I needed to hear that. I get FOMO placing boxes all the time. It'll be off of cooldown. I'll be like, where should I put my box? Because I feel like I'm missing out not putting it somewhere. So
yeah, that's
you
normal.
Saying that just absolutely blew my fucking world.
Good. Because so a lot of that, so it's just important to understand that you should have a very good reason behind anything you do, but especially as AP Shaco, any box you put down needs a very, very good reason. Because it's a long cooldown and it's your whole kit, basically. That is your thing. So it's just about understanding the situation. If you feel like early on, we said you could walk in and put a box here because you were in a position in the lane where you could be offensive. Like you had control of the lane. Then you guys got ganked, though. So now the wave was coming to you. You guys got ganked. So now you're in a defensive spot, or like in a defensive position in the lane where you don't have control of it. So hold the box in case they try to do any of this bullshit. You see what I mean?
Absolutely.
Perfect.
So this is also something that I was questioning. I was like, should I be trying to fight the Nami afterwards, or should I just know that I'm going to die? Because I had no idea that I was going to die. I thought I was winning.
Yeah,
After I killed Lucian.
You should definitely fight her afterwards. This came down to mainly wasting... This comes down to two different things, I would say. I need to rewatch again. But the first thing I saw was the wasted E. So you hit him there, hit him here.
Okay.
So it can be pretty easy to like just use E here because your auto's on cooldown and your E is up. Problem is, it's a big waste of damage.
Yeah.
So at this point, I would still tell you should fight her because you need to learn your limits. That's a really important part as growing as a player, limit testing. With your E, we can see if it would have made a difference potentially.
Probably would have. Not gonna lie. 'Cause it's a pretty good auto reset too.
Yeah, so it could have been really close because like her W is going to come up. We can look if the box maybe so your box placement could have forced her to move in a way where. So I'm going to show you something here. So this is what you learn by playing control mages a lot. It's understanding how to control space. So here, notice where you put your box. I'm going to pause it when you put it down. You put it here. If you put it here, this would be where you put it. If she has no way of surviving, if she stays next to you like this, so you're basically just cutting off her escape path. Problem is, that's not the situation. The situation is, this is really close, and you don't have E. So, that is where you put a box here. Then, you can judge. So, like, if she tries to chase you, she's going to get hit by the box. And if you try to chase her, and you start to see it's going south, you can walk away. It gives you more options than this right here. This, if I'm her, I just walk like this. Now I know you're dead. You just put the box way further away, or like way ahead of me, where I'm never gonna have to run towards it. And now I can just run towards your escape and kill you. So you need to put that box in a spot that actually makes her have to make a real decision. Putting it right here, she can't look how she just slightly moves to the side here. That's it, right? But if you put her right on top of her, she needs to walk all the way out of that shit. Which is time she won't be autoing you. Which is time if you have your E, yeah, you definitely kill her. And you slow her with your passive if she's trying to run out of it. I actually don't think you'd be able to activate this in time. But point is, you need to understand that your box is just the difference between putting it here and putting it right in front of her. How big of a difference that is. Because she can't just run through it. But either way, this is totally fine to die like that. It was a good limit test.
My note's fine to die.
Also, you should definitely take Comet. I just don't think you have enough. I just don't think it's worth, because this is the thing. Even if your laning's weak, as Shaco, Comet's so strong, and laning's the most important part of the game, and there's no one that's playing properly in this elo, so you can win any lane probably. Actually, not probably, definitely. Okay, so now this is just fundamental stuff. So this right here. So when we're talking about your boxes, we're talking about the situation lane. What is the situation right now? What is the scenario? What should you guys be looking to do?
So we're getting slow pushed into our tower, right? So, I mean, she should just be trying to get whatever minions she can, right? So I was assuming that it doesn't really matter where I put my box, and because we're not in any danger of getting dove, so it's not like I have to put boxes on the left slightly, so that they dodge the minions, and then if they try and die, we can kite to them. So I just put it down in that bush specifically to just get some sort of poke damage if they walk into it, or if Nami walks up into that bush.
Okay, so the problem with doing this is they can just turn and kill it right away. And on top of that, so remember what we kind of just talked about, how you where your W, your box can be really strong if they jump in and look for something. So if I saw this as Lucian right now, what would stop me from being okay, he can't even put a box down if I jump in and I have an entire cannon wave? He can now just jump in and kill your Kai'Sa or chunk her and get her diveable right now. Because what can you do about it? Nothing. You only have E, which.
Yeah.
But if you have W, if he jumps in, like we talked about earlier, you can put it on top of him, and now he has to make a tough decision, and he might make the wrong one, and then that could lead to a one trade by you. You need to understand that like, your boxes, basically the same thing. You don't need to put preemptive boxes right now. Just having the ability up and available is important a lot of times, especially in a defensive scenario like this. This is where you should just be letting the wave push in, farm what you can, if they try to jump in, put a box down.
Okay, so in scenarios like this, just keep holding my box like that, and then react. Yeah. I don't need to be proactive because we're not in danger of getting dove.
Right.
So just react to whatever Lucian's doing. Okay.
Yeah, because you can't actually look for anything offensive. This just doesn't do anything for you. Right. It just lets them know, because he could see that. It wasn't like in the brush. He could see that or he could actually just see you cast it even if he didn't see it. And then he can be like, oh, they don't have the box. I can just jump in. So like right here, you can't walk up. He can kill you both 1v2 very easily. No, it won't even be close.
God damn.
That's like these minions are no joke. They're stronger than like all three of you. Now Nami's here, and look, you see her HP. So this is what happens. Like this isn't your fault technically. Like what she's misplaying, but this is what I mean by like you have to. So like let's say you had your box here. You would try to put it down if you could, but it's still not your fault what happens to her, and you don't do anything else after that. Because part of playing support is knowing when your ADC is fucking griefing like this. She's griefing. So let her die. You can put a box down to try to prevent that or make it, prevent them from getting too much damage or whatever, but don't get yourself killed in a scenario like this. Okay, now. Okay. Okay. So yeah, your Kai'Sa. Okay, and this is actually another reason why putting preemptive boxes sometimes can be bad. This isn't a terrible one though, compared to the other one, because now the situation's very different actually than the previous. Previous scenario, they were slow pushing in. So like you had to be totally defensive. You were no way you can walk up. In this scenario, the wave's actually like kind of reset back to almost even. Problem is, your Kai'Sa fucking griefed, but if not, this would be a fine box to put down and like defend it. But the other concept was this is a problem with putting down preemptive boxes when you know they have sweeper. They might do shit like this. Okay, that was fine actually.
But is it that bad for her to burn her sweeper just from my box?
No,
There's
so
like a 13-second cooldown.
Yeah, it's not like the worst thing if she does that. The problem is it's just like the previous scenario where that box was totally useless and there was no reason for it.
Thank you.
Like that's where it's basically like you don't want her to sweep your box when you really need that box. That's all. So like the box you put down here was totally fine. I'm just explaining to you the concept that if they have sweeper, you need to be very aware of that they have it, so you know if you can put a preemptive box down or not. If their sweeper's up, if it's down, if you can defend it. Because if you can defend it, then the sweeper actually doesn't even matter. And you would have been able to defend it there if Kai'Sa wasn't fucking trolling. But yeah, here we are. Anyway, so now you're in that kind of shitty spot where your ADC kind of trolled and you're playing Shaco support for Lucian Nami. Okay, so this box, what's this one for?
So I put this one like on. I do this one a lot whenever they're about to crash a wave in. So that if they try and extend a little bit too far to get poke on like my low health ADC, if she walks in a weird way, that they can actually get punished really hard, because if they're tanking and then they get that fear, usually they'll just die.
Okay.
But this should not hit the minions ever, because way far to the left.
Yep. Okay, yeah, using our health as a resource. That's okay there. So let's look at this one more time. So this was good that you attempted to do this. The only problem was this isn't the time to do this. So this is very different than what we saw at level 1 when I was telling you, yeah, you want to walk in here because you have the minions. He can hit you all he wants. It doesn't matter. The damage you take doesn't matter because you're pushing. You're not pushing now. You don't have the minion advantage. You don't have potions. So now the damage you're taking is going to stick, and he's not really going to take much for here. He took a tower shot, but he could do this without taking a tower shot. And since he's the one who's pushing, he can take a tower shot all he wants. It actually doesn't even matter. You don't have any kill pressure. Mm-hmm. So you need to know when you can do this and when you can't. So now things are just getting like worse and worse.
Because this damage matters a lot now because I can eventually die.
Right. You can actually be one shot and there's nothing you can really do. You don't have any pressure. So you could take a recall there. You basically are in a really, really bad spot where you need to somehow get a recall off because this lane is just getting worse and worse and worse, and your jungler can't help you. He's not supposed to try. This is like how he'll just die. You guys will just die 2v3. So you could put boxes down and try to recall and hope your ADC survives, especially in a situation like this. This is an important part of playing support, is recall timers. This is an important part about any lane, but especially support because, so right here, wave pushes up. You could start channeling your recall right now, and then what you need to do is pay attention to how they are, like what they're doing. If they're just hard pushing, you could cancel the recall. But if you see here, if you start channeling it right now, they're slowly pushing. So
yeah, that's what I was about to ask. I was like, okay, but if I back, then they just hard push the wave, isn't that really bad? But you just answered that question. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so you just gotta like start the recall because you basically need to look at this wave right here. You need to see like, okay, can they kill these minions and crash it before this wave gets here? I'm gonna tell you at this point, right here, they cannot. It's impossible. They cannot clear that like fast. I mean, it's not impossible, but they have to like use all their abilities. Like they have to use Nami Bubble, Lucian Q, Lucian W. Like they're not gonna do that. It's very clear what they're doing right now. They're just slow pushing. And they shouldn't be. They should be hard pushing. So this is a mistake they're making, and that means you could recall, get full HP, spend your ult or whatever, and you could come back before they could get in a spot to dive Kai'Sa. You could easily be back in time. So you need to recognize these windows and use them because it could make a big, big, big difference. You can win fucking games, shit like this. And as you can see, both teams are doing a whole lot of nothing. Wait, what happened here? Kai'Sa actually smurfed? She saved the game? Ah, yes, Lucian trading into a cannon wave. So, this is another play you could have made. So, because you didn't recall, you are doing this thing that I need to like make a term for it, but it's something I see in Plat, Gold, everyone does it, where they see something happening, they see a teammate near that thing that is happening, and they just walk towards it because, yeah, I don't know. Because think about this.
I'm a moth in this scenario, man.
A what?
A moth, like a fly.
A moth to a flame, right? Yeah. So let's just talk about this. Do you think there's any world where you ever jump in here and do anything here?
No.
Right, no. And I get it. Like this is, like I said, everybody does this. But if you were thinking about this like this, so let's say you were just sitting right here, or you could even be back here, doesn't matter. And then you saw on the mini-map this. And then look what this fucking ding-dong does. He's dead right here.
We shit on this guy, yeah.
That's all you had to see. Look at this grief-ass shit. And this grief-ass shit. So they took a lane that was unlosable at this point, and they're just throwing it out the fucking window. But you're too busy with your dick in the wind, running back and forth between this and this. So this is it all comes down to understanding it was never going to be a play. You can see that. I don't even have to tell you that.
Yeah.
So look at this instead, and because you should see, okay, Nami's not near Lucian. Is he like killable right now? Quickly, 1v2. And then you see this. Hell yeah, he's killable 1v2. So you get in there, you kill him, and then the lane's saved. Okay, now they're going to get a reset off, and now they're going to get away with that, like, really troll play that they just made.
Okay, so should I just be sitting in fog waiting for Lucian to do something like that, or should I
Yep.
just be showing myself, or should I be channeling recall? I should
Yeah.
be channeling recall in the fog is what should be happening, right?
Well, so you should have channeled your recall earlier, yes. But
Right.
after you didn't do that and you decided to stay, which was, just a different option. You decided to stay. At that point, that is when you don't show yourself, because that they could think you're recalling, and that's why Lucian might have jumped in there, because he hasn't seen you in a while. Now here you have to be very careful, because they could be in this fucking brush. So this is where those preemptive boxes are huge. Because here's the deal. You guys could just recall, I guess. You're just in such a terrible spot, because it was such a big deal that you just let the Lucian and Nami get away with that little bit of griefing they just did. Because now this is slow pushing to them. Do you know? I don't know how much you know about wave management. Do you know that this is slow pushing to them?
To them?
Yes.
No. I actually had no idea. Why?
Okay. All right. We gotta talk about that then. Okay. So this is called the even minion rule. When the waves are even, equal number, which like this wave is about to come in. So when the waves are even like this, whichever side of the lane they're on, it will push the other way. So the middle of the lane is right here. If these minions were like this,
Oh, okay. Because my minions will get there faster than their minions will. Because
right.
They'll be here and they'll stay there. My minions will get there faster, so they'll kill the blue minions faster. Okay, boom, just learned it.
Yep. So that's the even minion rule. You, as a support main, you need to know exactly how the wave will move, just like any other lane, because you are the one who dictates bot lane. So you guys staying to push here is.
I pinged this off. I tried to, at least. I typed it out, did not.
Well, I understand why the Kaisa wants to, because I would want to do the same thing, because the wave's slow pushing to them. So if you guys recall now, you're going to miss a ton of CS. But it's dangerous as fuck. Right.
Okay, yeah.
So, and that's why, what I was just talking about, how, like, that's why it was so important you did not let them get away with what they just got away with. They got that free reset after they trolled. Now you guys are in a really tough spot where it's going to be almost impossible to get this pushed in time. It basically is impossible.
So is the... Okay.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Don't look! Mcbaze, don't look!
Wait, this is free. Oh, no, bro. Where's your...
Mcbaze, I said to close your eyes.
It's just one of those things. It's like, a crash, like a car crash. You, like, can't look away. It's just a fucking disaster.
My dog came in and pissed on my floor. I had to clean it up in the middle of this play. Is what just happened.
No, this gameplay is dog piss. That's what this is. Like, no fucking E? Where's your E?
I can't explain it, man. I can't. I was trying.
Yeah, You sound like Shaco, I think.
I was trying to ear, but I fucked up and then I pinged myself. It happens.
It does happen. Like, seriously, it does happen. So it's like, it's not the worst thing in the world. Like, what's way more important than that is what I talked about before that. How you needed to notice the Lucian trolling and the Nami trolling, punish them for that, and that would let you guys get a free let you push it all the way in, get a free reset. You'll be winning the lane, and everyone's happy. None of this shit happens. That's how this game works.
Yeah, now everyone's mad.
Now you guys are like in a real shit spot. Okay, let's keep going here. Okay, so another printed box. This one's not too bad because the situation is you guys are pushing, so that could be like a semi-offensive box. Nami just roamed mid. Well, you just saw her in mid. So you're pushing the wave in. You just saw Nami mid lane. That means this is a perfect time to go get control of this area. So you could go put a box right here. This is a very good preemptive box. You could go put one here, depending on if you think they're going to come through river or whatnot. But like, she should come right through here, and then you can put the box there.
Yeah, usually whenever I'm in a situation like this, I will go get. Okay, yeah, I didn't know if I did it or not, but usually after we push a wave in like this, and I'm sitting here, then I'll go get deep wards, or I'll put a box in this tribe from the other side. I'll go get a deep ward, like in between the blue and the Gromp, like the enemy jungler's blue and Gromp. If I'm on bot side.
Okay.
Um,
So
but yeah, I think that's what I want to go do right now. Is like we push wave, we go to get deep board. I put box in there.
right. So
Find out
but we got a big problem before we
Okay.
even get to that.
Okay.
Why the hell are you using
Did
Q?
I Q. Oh man, I was trying to look cool.
You griefing motherfucker. You see why this is so goddamn dangerous. You were using your one
because
escape.
If they're in the bush, then I just die for free, and then I get
Right.
flamed.
And like you can easily just walk over here like this. Drop the box. If someone's there, you queue away and everyone's safe. But you're just asking to die. And it didn't do anything for you. Okay. So let me see how much your first strike. Jesus Christ. Take Comet. Take Comet for sure.
Okay, really?
Yeah, it's just the laning, the damage from Comet would have probably changed actually a lot in this lane.
Because the only different. Okay. Yeah, you put a lot of emphasis on lane too, right?
Oh, it's the most important part of the game. That's the first thing you need to focus on.
Okay, cool. Because the only reason why I would do it is because it scales me faster, so I get Leandri's and then second item a lot faster. Because I'll usually have like, 700 something gold from first strike at that time,
At what time?
So at like around the time where I'm getting my second item.
Okay, so we're talking like way late. Well, this is the thing. That Comet might get you multiple kills and get you way more gold. Because like that Comet adds up. And that could lead to lane kills, which is like 700, 600, 1200 gold in like 10 minutes. You know what I mean? That's like...
Yeah.
So, yeah. I wouldn't be going first strike until you really, really understand everything about playing Shaco support and how to support and all that.
That makes total sense. Yes, sir. I'm writing it down.
Comet's just going to do way more for you, basically, for less effort. Okay, so now he's 6. So, yeah, you definitely got to be a little careful at this point. I bet you're going to put a preemptive box. Yeah, okay. So I figured you put a box down the moment. Like, that's not the worst box, but it also doesn't do that much for you.
Yeah.
Okay, don't walk up. No. I don't know. Yeah, don't walk up at all right now. Okay. So, yeah. I mean, you guys are against a really strong... Oh, no. So, I can't remember exactly if this works, but I'm pretty sure with your box... If Lucian does something like this, you can put the box right in the line of fire, and it will eat a few shots. I can't remember nowadays.
It'll die pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's something I do a lot. Is I block like thresh hooks, blitz hooks, and stuff like that with the Shaco box. But I wasn't looking for it right there for some reason. But it probably would have like made her take 110 less damage, something like that.
Yeah, no, she's definitely like pretty far out of position here. But when you see him using ult, you remember your health is a resource, and you're much safer than her in these scenarios. So you can like walk up and eat some of this. Like, see, you're walking away. Like, you can eat a little bit of this.
Okay, I was expecting her to walk with me just to dodge it. I didn't think I needed to eat it, but you're probably right to where like I don't know. I shouldn't be expecting them to do the same things I'm doing, right?
Yeah, well, it's basically just if she takes too much damage, you're basically 1v2. So if you take a little bit and she takes a little bit, if you guys split it, you guys can still actually like try to survive under tower. But now she is just one hit from death.
Right.
She should hit 6 here though. Okay. Yeah, so things are really tough for her right now. This is kind of how it is. So this is another reason why laning with Shaco support, understanding how to lane, is so important. Because it's the kind of pick where if you are getting bodied like this, it's miserable for all parties. Your ADC has a miserable time. You have a miserable time.
I was getting nonstop flamed, but I'm so used to that too. So
right,
I can't tell if I'm doing good things or bad things when I'm getting flamed because, well, one, it doesn't matter. I shouldn't be listening to anything they just say, but I was getting hard flame, mental booming my own ADC.
Well, the main point here is that there is no like Shaco support player that climbs and they never win bot lane. Like they have to, no matter how weak he is, he has to win. Mm-hmm. And if we had more time, I would definitely like to pull up a Shaco VOD and we could go over some of the things they do and we could both actually learn a lot because like it's another thing that I'm useful for. I can break down VODs very easily and know why they're doing what they're doing. that would be a thing for a different session. But basically, for now, you need to focus totally on understanding how to lane, understanding wave states, when to use your boxes, how to use your body as a trading, like your health as a resource, and like that's like your first step for sure. Okay. Let's see what level 6 looks like a bit though. Oh, okay. So you're okay. So your Kai's said, "Fuck this shit."
Yeah.
Okay, so when this happens, I want you to understand, if you're playing a support, you should really never be pushing waves or anything. So like, you don't even have to be here. You really shouldn't be here. When your ADC leaves, you say, okay, like, fuck this shit. Let me recall, get some boots, and we start roaming. Like, that's it. You just start trying to make plays around the map. That's the only thing you can do. Farming as a support is just never worth the time that you could be doing like other things. Oh, okay, so Vlad comes down here. Okay. Okay, so now things are a little not as traditional, but so this is when you want to be baiting. I mean, Nocturne's right behind you. You guys win this really hard with Vlad down here. Yeah. So yeah, you want to be going in. You should have went in earlier. You should have went in like when you. So like right here. Remember, so like I said, yeah, you've watched Pink Ward. He is very comfortable losing HP. So here, you don't need to be queuing away. You can walk in here. You can get really low, use your ult, and then queue out. Like, you want to bait this because this guy's right here. Mm-hmm. He's coming. Like, you need to have this awareness as a support to like make, because you're a playmaker. That's like what your role does. You ward, make plays, and you control who wins bot lane. So like, yeah, here, like get in there. Don't worry. Like, you're gonna take some damage. That's fine. Yeah, here we go. Yeah. Ah, okay. Nocturne, brother. Oh, okay. So don't be hesitant to use your ult either. Like, so, I mean, it's not about even being hesitant to use your ult. It's like, you shouldn't be using your Q to jump in like this when you have ult up. Like, you should ult first because your Q is your escape. So you want to get the ult out, walk at him, make him feel like, that's another big part of like, you know, playing Shaco support. You don't have to be Pink Ward where you're just baiting them in like with 1 HP, but your ult is the way you can use your HP as a resource and trick them, and they don't know which one is which, and then they pop it trying to kill you, and they get feared, and then Vlad kills everybody. Like, that can easily happen. So like, don't be hesitant to just use your ult here when you're trying to force a fight where you have a level 8 Vlad right next to you. I would have went for Nami, but let's see what happens here. Yeah, because like, you not having your ult out like this, you're just kind of useless without it. So don't be afraid to just use that shit. What's the cooldown? Oh, that's only 80 seconds, level 1. Yeah, that's really, really short. Okay, here we go. Okay,
I tried to press R whenever I was dying, but
right, and that's what I mean by using ult first when the fight was starting, and then you can Q to safety is the better play, because you could just like send your ult at him. Like, your ult is bullshit. I'm not gonna lie. Like, your clone just fucking perma-slows people if it's hitting them from behind. So like, you could just put the clone on him. If he tries to run away, the tower's gonna kill it and pop it. Vlad might get a kill like that. You could send it on Nami. You guys could kill her. But you just needed to get that shit out. Instead, you died without using it, and now I'd be flaming you too. So you see what I'm saying? Alright. So yeah, here you shouldn't even go bot lane anymore. You should just run around the map. Let's see how much this is done now. God damn it.
What, you check my first strike?
Yeah, 72.
Yeah, it does nothing right now.
Yeah. Okay. Now it's only 75? Wow, it's so short. Yeah, you want to definitely not be hesitant using that.
Just spam it during these fights.
Okay. So like in like these scenarios, when you're going over the wall here, like when you're about to be diving, That another big part of playing Shaco, especially Shaco support, is using your clone to dive. So you could pop clone now, and then have the clone follow him in, and get minion aggro, and then the tower will kill it. It'll pop, and you guys could potentially dive him. Let me see what ends up happening. Okay, he flashes that, so I guess that's fine.
Yeah.
Plat doesn't do that much damage.
Yeah, I look for that a lot too, but I didn't think it was good in that spot specifically because I didn't think Plat was going to be able to kill or even get to him after he gets on the tower.
So remember when we talked about using your body? So if you don't use this goddamn ult, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind, because look at how many. You're just fucking sitting here. You should be using ult, getting your ass in there, and just throwing that shit in. It will change all of this.
Okay, I hope I do it.
And no, you don't fucking do it. We saw you didn't do it. Damn it. Tell me you guys kill him at least. Oh wait, you did use it. You did use it. Good. Nice. It's still way too late, of course. Still way too fucking late.
Way too late. Okay.
Like, you could even go into the fucking brush, use it here, and just let it walk out and try to make it act like it's you, for all I fucking care. But do something with that shit.
Okay.
Before your teammates die. Hit her.
I really see a big point in hitting her because I know that I'm never gonna kill.
I mean, that's what I mean about putting yourself in a spot where they might mess up. If you hit her, she might fucking chase you all the way into your wave. But yeah. So now you should just reset. Where are we going now? How much gold do we have? Let's see. 880, and you're running around making plays? Like, you need to, that is way too much gold. You need to go spend that.
I was gonna wait until I got Leandri's because I bought the components before I got my magical boot. So I was gonna wait till I got 1,000 to build Leandri's. But if that is wrong, I will never, ever do it again.
Can you get with 1,000 gold here? Can you get Leandri's?
Yeah. If I have both components, I do.
Okay. Let me look at this then. How much gold do you have at this point? That's all that matters. Wait, go back to here. Okay, so at this point, okay, so you were like, I didn't see a point in hitting her, right? Here we go. Here's the point. If you hit her there, or you just walk up now and go for this cannon to get your 1,000 gold, and she tries to fight you, you have a whole cannon wave. That is where you put her in a spot where she had to make a choice, and she doesn't know if that cannon wave is going to be enough to defend you or not. Either way, you can easily get the cannon and get out safely. But if she tries to overcommit, you kill her because you have a cannon wave. So this was a mixture of two things. This was understanding about that same concept, putting them in a spot where they could mess up. And if you can't get that, you have to take the recall, even if you don't have enough gold for Leandri's. You have to take that recall. Recall timings are way too important in this game. You need to get sweeper. You need to get level 2 shoes.
Yeah, I don't have a good grasp of when I should be recalling them. Like, I have like general concepts of like, okay, like we killed the wave or whatever. It's like neutral, and we have items that we buy. But like other than that, I don't have a whole lot of great ideas about recalls. My transition from lane into, like, even when I get an advantage in lane, like my transition from advantage state to now we're using my advantage is super awkward, and a lot of the time I will just straight up lose it because I just have no idea how it works or how I should be doing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's totally normal, and that's a lot of players in every role struggle with that in this elo, even all the way up to like masters.
It pisses me off.
And you know, sadly, we only have an hour, so I can't actually go through all of this stuff, even though
it's cool.
you know I'd love to. And that would just be, you know, something for another time. But basically, to try to give you some piece of info, whenever, it's pretty tough to give just a blanket statement like this, but like in that situation, the fight ended, the Lucian died, you don't have your ult anymore, there's nothing for you to do, you shouldn't be pushing lanes or anything, and you have a lot of gold, so you have to take the reset. If you don't have enough gold for your item, it is what it is, but you will lose recall timer. So like right here, look, you had a recall timer bot lane, you don't have one now. Shit's going down now. So in that dead time that you had where you're Vlad was dead after the fight, and their ADC was dead. That's a perfect recall timer, and you don't want to lose it. So now you're gonna recall, but see, now you're like struggling to get this recall off because this shit's happening. Okay, potential.
This guy dies.
You should.
I remember that.
I'll see what you do here. You have a choice to make. Good, you didn't go top lane. Don't go top lane here.
Yeah, I just saw her hitting the wave, so I just helped her hit the wave.
That's exactly what you want. Oh, nice. You got that kill too. So, yeah, when your ADC was pushing mid like that, it's very good that you like back her up and get that wave pushed in. And that was good. You were kind of like putting yourself in a spot where Katarina might take that bait. And now you're taking your reset. Going back down mid. Perfect. Okay, let's see what you do here. When you're behind, like you are, it gets a little tough to make plays, and that ain't gonna do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't expect to take that much, but I was trying to get him to use E so I could do something weird, like ult and like let Kaisa hit him while he's trying to hit me. But I took a fucking shit truckload of damage right there. So
right.
I ended up backing literally right after that.
So the reason why this is so tough right now, like the reason why you can't just jump in and try to make a play or anything like that, is because you lost lane. So they are strong. They're Lucian Nami on top of it. So they're strong. You guys are weak. So you don't make plays like this. You take this time, like you let them push this in, and you could sit over this wall. And if they try to dive, you could do something there, or you could try to put a box. I mean, even putting a box isn't that important, but basically you don't queue in and try to poke him here. I mean, Nami's going to heal him through any little bit of poke you do, and you should have been killed. They should have killed you. Yeah. So this is where you let Kaisa collect this wave. You can go put a box here, like for vision of this side, because, I mean, this is coming up. I don't know if you should be fighting it at this point. Probably not, but basically, you need to know that this is not a play you can make, and this is just forcing for no reason, and it's not going to get you anything but potentially death.
Yeah.
And now they know they don't have to worry about you at all, and now mid tower's gone. Okay, so yeah, it's crazy to me that like this isn't a concept that most players really have to, or like that players have trouble with. Your main problem, or not your main one, but like a very big one here that keeps popping up, is you don't use your HP to, like, you have two different ways to easily survive this. You are unkillable right now. You have your ult, you have your Q. So Tryndamere, like this, like, hit him. Like, slow him with your passive. Keep him slowed. If he goes over the wall, you can Q over, and then exhaust, ignite, use your ult, something. You don't want to give this guy any chance of surviving. And there's no danger here, so hit him.
Okay, yes, sir.
And now here, do you have your sweeper? You have a control ward. Put that shit down right here, right now, because if they face check, that's great. You just need to make sure you're not on... Oh, boy. So this is where you throw your ult in here. So you have to throw your ult... So when you queue in like this... If I remember correctly from my days of playing Shaco mid AP...
Okay.
If you're in queue like this and you ult, you stay stealthed and your clone appears.
Yeah.
Cool. So...
But with level 1 Q, it's like pretty tight.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah.
But basically, that's gonna be much better than like running into this shit show like this and then having to do something. Like now, I mean, what a shit show! I can't believe the Katarina didn't just explode you.
No one hit me.
I
literally pressed S because I thought I was just gonna die.
It looked like you did that. Oh god! And you somehow fucking lived because I think they just didn't know which one was you, so they just didn't hit any. Oh my god, this elo. Fuck. Okay. So, yeah, that's the next thing you definitely have to do, is understanding how to make safe engages or safe plays by using your clone. So let me see with the Leandries.
So what to get out of that is I clone too late.
Way too late. Yeah.
Way too late.
You don't want to commit yourself to a fight that you don't even know if you should win it yet, because you have no information. So we know Trindamir's dead after this, but where are the other 4? We see 2 here. Your team's over here, though. So, like, your team's not actually in this fight yet. This is just you 2 versus these 3, and who knows where the other one is.
Yeah, but I knew the only reason why I went for this because I knew Nocturne had ult, and I knew that Vlad would, like, combo pop somebody. So, I usually, whenever I'm
you felt
playing
confident.
Shaco in a fight, I'm trying to stall.
Yeah, and that's totally fine. That's right. You want to, like, you can feel confident about this fight. The thing is, you can be confident about it and engage it, but not like so committal to where it's live or die. Yeah. You can do all of this, but way safer. By just using ult early, and then you're like over here, that one's right there, and then they don't know which one to hit, and that's where you can kind of do tricky shit where like you're the one who's in there, and then you send the clone walking away, and then they jump and kill the clone, and then Katarina gets feared. But that's like advanced stuff that you really don't have to worry about right now. Main thing is, don't just fucking suicide like this. I don't know how you lived. You even got fucking bubbled. I mean, I don't even... This guy's legitimate... He's actually fucking pressing... He did stand still. Oh, man.
Yeah. And then I was like, wait, I'm alive.
This guy.
I got out that bitch.
So I think you understand that concept. Like Shaco support's like basically your clone and your W. That's like your entire kit, really. I mean, your E does some stuff, but yeah, your clone and your W are your main tools. So don't be hesitant to just throw that fucking clone in there, because it puts a lot of pressure on people. They don't want to kill it when it's right on top of them, and if they don't, then it just permanently slows them, and it does work. So all right, so we gotta wrap this up here. I just kind of want to see before you go into...
Yeah, because in my mind, I think this game is still really winnable.
Yeah, it is.
You know, Plat, lol, they just throw nonstop all the time, and I do too. So, yeah, I just want to know how I lost this game, how I can prevent myself from losing situations like this in the future where I do fuck up and lose lane.
Okay, yeah. So, well, first things first. When you lose lane, there is no like secret trick, to win. That is like
you just let them throw.
Yeah, you have to hope they throw. That means the game's in their hands, which you never won. So your most important mistake in this whole thing was laning. That's why I always go through laning first. So laning was the most important thing. That was what made this game much easier to win. Now from this point, as you can see, you're like trying to make plays, and now the only way to do that, like the reason why these plays aren't successful, is because like the way you're using your ult. So I mean, this guy's just fucking griefing, but don't go in. No.
Nocturne wanted the thing that he wanted to go, so I figured it was okay to do that.
Oh no. Oh no, you're dead. Oh Jesus. Okay, so again, your clone usage here was really important. So you have the clone so after he dies, you don't need to send the clone in to like you need to also control a clone and try to keep it alive in certain scenarios. So in this scenario, look at its HP and look at the Katarina. Katarina does a lot of AoE damage, and that clone
she hovered on Nocturne.
Yeah, exactly. Just hovered on the Nocturne. It will keep him basically safe, because she'll pop it and get feared, and then you can walk away. But that happened. Now you guys are in trouble. We'll see if she messed up the whole fucking combo anyway. She should have killed you both pretty easily, actually. So yeah, so like that's a big part of playing Shaco is this clone usage, knowing when to use it for stuff like that or for engages. Peel.
I just completely tunnel vision. I didn't even see the Katarina right there.
Okay. So like even there, you could pop your ult early there and just send it in. That would have been fine. Basically, notice your ult is up. Like 60 seconds is really short. So.
Genuine question. Why am I using my ult?
So
right there?
Because if you just like use your ult right here and you just fucking send that shit in onto the Tryndamere, one, that can slow him. Two, they didn't ever see you use your ult. So to them, that could just be you. They don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
So that can easily make teams, because like then you can sit over this wall and keep moving and act like it's you. That some
Okay.
ding dong will hit that shit. Now here, this is what you really got to get out of the habit of doing. This is like gonna get you killed so often, where you use Q to do things, but if you're gonna do something dangerous with Q like this, you need to ult first, because if she just saw you use Q, if you ulted here and only one of you would just only one of you would appear, the clone. She could think that's just you coming out of stealth. And then she jumps in, ults it, or hits it, it pops, and then you can walk away. And then that stalled her, that did damage, all that stuff. But you gotta stop using your ult as like, or you need to stop like jumping in with Q and then trying to use your ult to like save yourself. That's not like how that's gonna work. You're gonna die.
I like nonstop use that as like a mini Sonya's.
Right. And for some reason, this fucking Katarina keeps letting you live. Like, she should kill you and everybody else here. What ended up happening? Your ult is like really your strongest tool. So you have to. So as you can see here, because you don't have Q, look what he can do, right?
Yeah.
You got to make it very hard for them to kill you, because the longer you're alive, the more boxes you get down. Let's say you live through this, even though your teammates die, like a few of them die, you can put boxes in places to stall them from doing Baron, because you do a lot of damage with those boxes. You put them near Baron, you put them in the brushes, whatever, but your life is very important as Shaco, and your ult's such a short cooldown, you'll get another one by the time they even start the Baron. So yeah, that's those. We're seeing the main mistakes for sure. Other than laning, we're seeing them. Okay, you can't really do something like this. I mean, this is okay. Trying to get so like right here, this is where trying to get your ult out there early would be totally fine. Yeah, your ult's 55. You could even. I'm pretty sure if you put yourself next to the wall and ult properly, you can put it right over the wall, and they might just fucking kill it. They can cute over.
Yeah,
oh, here we go.
But
Now, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. You see? You see? You rat. You see? This is what I'm talking about. You see? They have no fucking clue. They think you're just inting. They think you're just griefing.
Yeah. Because if I walk over the wall like that, and then it disappears in the face, they just hit it for no reason. We gotta free engage. But okay, so I did this. We killed that guy, and I pinged for Baron. I had a big question right here. Okay, so we did this. That guy dies. Then I ping Baron, but they want to keep fighting. So I didn't know what to do, because I was trying to get them to go to Baron, because it didn't really matter, and we might have lost it, and then we all died. And I think that's where the game kind of like.
Well, you want to ping.
Skewed.
You want to ping mid wave first. That's step one here. Mid wave is step one. Then yeah, you can go to Baron, get control of it. That'd be great. Okay. This wasn't a bad play. Like sending your ult in here, that wasn't bad.
No, I'm saying after we kill this noob.
Oh, okay.
Then I ping Baron.
Oh, okay. Well, let me see how this goes. Oh, you mean here they want to keep fighting?
Yeah.
Oh no. You definitely want to chase them down here, because you got picks. Like you want to kill them all now, and then you go to Baron.
Okay, did I move wrong then?
Let me see. Yeah, for sure.
No, I remember. Okay.
You're just like, you had the right idea in a sense, where like you're just a step too early, or like you got that pick with your ult being like, that was great. That's what starts this fight to win it. Like now you guys will win this. So you should have went in. You should have like queued in, put a W down, because if they try to fight you and kill you, they're gonna die to your teammates. So you should go in there. You keep this fight going, kill everybody, then go to Baron. Okay. But because you're not there, it actually ends up being a really fucking big deal. Oh no.
Yeah, it's really bad.
You lost the game here. So that's depressing, but it's actually a great lesson. It's just like,
okay.
Like,
Mr. Brightside.
You made a great play here. This was really fucking good. But
I'm blushing.
You need to follow up. You need to realize, oh, I just got a pick. Let's get the fuck in there. Like, they're dead. They're fucked.
Right. Okay.
Because if you were here and you're putting boxes down or just doing some damage, that would have been Like where did you put this box right here? Ah. Okay, yeah. So you were just like a few seconds behind on this because you left too early, and it was put you a few seconds behind everything that happened, and that is why it worked out the way that it did.
I didn't really want Kaiser to flash that way. That's why I put that box there, is because I thought that he was gonna.
Yeah, that's not your fault.
Auto, and then
Yeah, her flashing that way is not your fault. Your problem was just, like we said,
no, not being there in the first place. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm the last one of my team to get there.
So I actually think this was actually really good. So like I said, if we did watch a high level player playing, I could even give you like more very Shaco specific tips. But this will do for now for you. You just need to work on these basics because that whole like using your body as a support, your HP as a resource, that applies to any support.
Right.
That's just fundamental stuff. The boxes, that's more of a Shaco thing, and like the way you use your ult.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what we're gonna call this, because this is where you lost the game right here.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's crazy because you won the game, and then a split second you lost it right after. You actually won the game with the play you made here, and then you also lost it. That's just unfortunate. You hate to see it.
Yin yang, man. That is true coin flipping.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, all in all, were you like writing this stuff down?
Yeah, I'm taking little notes on my sticky note.
Okay, cool.
But I'm probably gonna go back and rewatch this because it's not
That's a good
really super
idea.
plausible for me to just soak it all in at one sitting.
Yeah, for sure. But the things like so far that I've given you, that will take you a long way on its own.
All the way.
Especially like, all the laning stuff and the alt usage. Like you want to limit test with that thing. Like see what you can do with it. See what plays you can make. See how you can use it as bait. All these different things. You need to learn this champ. This is one of those champions. He's a one-trick champ. You need to learn him inside and out. You need to learn everything he can do and why you can do it, when to do it. So, yeah, start with that stuff. And you can always message me with questions and shit. And if you get another session somewhere down the line or whatever, maybe we'll take a look at, like a high-level player and
Okay.
all that stuff. Oh, shit, my fucking Discord froze. I fucking hate League. It always freezes Discord when I close it.
Hey, nice resell, man. Wait, hello? Oh, I think it just DC'd.
Yeah, it DC'd me when I closed the game.
It's okay.
But anyways, yeah, so if you get another session, we can cover, all the other stuff. But for now, work on that. See how it goes. Hit me up with questions. And, yeah. Everything, you got any other questions for me?
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so, it was more about matchmaking stuff, but I feel like it's just weird. I should just be focusing on specifically, just doing everything I can to get better in these specific games. But I super tilted myself playing this many games and getting down, down here in the depths. So I don't know, just kind of any tips on just getting over that and just being okay, to just humble myself a little bit and just go back to where I
got some stuff for you. Yeah, I got some stuff for you. So first things first, understand that this is very normal. You are I'm pretty sure you did a full role swap and you're playing a very difficult and niche and one trick type of champ that takes some time to learn, first of all. Second, bro, I've went from 600, 700 LP challenger to Diamond 3 in a week. Straight up, just a week.
Right.
That's think about how much LP that is. That's over 1,000.
It's ridiculous.
And because I was tilt queuing and then I shot right back up once I stopped the tilt queue. But point is, people, it's a normal thing. People go up and down in rank all the time. Now, something that really helps though is don't be playing to win. You like playing Shaco. You said I don't even want to repeat this, but it makes you feel fucking tingly inside, whatever the fuck that means. Whatever, to each their own.
No,
But
you nailed it.
enjoy it. That's all. It's a game at the end of the day, and if you don't enjoy it, you can't climb, like, straight up. So enjoy yourself. Don't focus so hard on winning, and the wins will come. You will enjoy yourself, and you won't worry about all this shit. So that's like a really big part of climbing in League and having fun, enjoying yourself.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's really good.
Anything else?
Nah, man, that's good, man. I had to beg my girlfriend to loan me $50 to give it to you, and it changed my life.
Well, I hope it actually helps. I hope you see some actual results. But yeah, good luck, and you have a good night.
Thanks, man.
Peace
Peace out.